Looking ahead at what a path for me in academia could have been, turning from doing some experiments to launching my own lab to starting to write grants and getting into research administration and making sure my lab was running smoothly, I thought over time I would spend less and less time actually being in the lab. And so I thought, what other kinds of careers where I could stay close to the science but not have to run the lab and not have to fight for grant dollars and things like that, started me thinking about a career in editing.
When I was working in the lab, I was always frustrated with focusing on one question. I wanted to know everything about everything. It was clear to me pretty early on. In fact, I was a technician for 6 years, and when I was deciding about whether to go to graduate school, I already knew I didn't want to run a lab. So I was looking for things that I could do with my passion for science. My thesis advisor actually suggested that I would be a good editor. So I just started looking for positions and applying for them and interviewing for them. And through that process, I learned a lot about it and liked the idea more and more.
I knew fairly early that I was more of a generalist than a specialist, so I really enjoyed going to talks outside my field of study, and the idea of studying one thing for the next 15, 20, 30 years didn't have as much appeal. So I started looking for potential things that would be sort of broad in terms of really interacting with a lot of different types of science, but still maintain that proximity to what was going on in the research.
I think it's actually a pretty common story among editors. Toward the end of my graduate degree and then into my postdoc, I think I realized the part of science I liked the best was about presenting, writing and reading. I love those days where you can just go to the coffee shop, open your laptop and design a poster or work on your article. And not everyone feels that way. Some people like doing the bench work, some people like the experiments and the grant writing, but I pretty quickly realized that wasn't the part of science that was in it for me.
I really never thought I'll leave academia, especially when I had a faculty position. I was in a large public university in the Midwest. I really enjoyed teaching, interacting with students. I had a decent sized research group. However, it was just the fit that really mattered to me. So one fine day I received this email saying, "Are you interested in publishing a position?" And without much detail, but "Are you interested and available?" It was definitely a tough decision, but certainly I was never happy and I did not feel like it was my position as a faculty member was rewarding.